Breaking news. It's just been reported that U.S. warship has shot down an Iranian drone in the Strait of Hormuz. This is coming after tensions have been building up. We just sent 500 troops to Saudi Arabia. What we have been doing, regardless of the words that have been spoken, okay, we have been sending military, arsenal, weaponry, ships, B-52 bombers, setting it up with our allies. We're doing everything we can to position us for war with Iran. Now it's just been reported that we have shot down an Iranian drone.
The Boxer took defensive action against an Iranian drone. I also call on other nations to protect their ships as they go through the strait and to work with us in the future. Thank you very much. I thought you should know that.
Look, Iran has nothing to lose in this situation. They know that it's going to come to a head that either Israel is going to attack or that the United States of America is going to attack. Iran is now saying that they did capture a vessel that was smuggling oil. And this was, I believe, belonged to the United Arab Emirates. You know, the Sunni alliance that we have in the Middle East. This is going to come to a head. We are helping Saudi Arabia to protect their assets by putting a battery missile system that basically protects them. It's like a Patriot missile system that protects any missiles that's going to get fired into Saudi Arabia. Because this is what we have to do first. We have to protect our allies, right? So we did it for Israel. We're doing it for Saudi Arabia. We're setting up all our chess pieces, preparing for a checkmate, which is absolutely war. Heightened tensions and heightened tensions. And again, you know, even Christopherina says that sometimes in a politically divided country, and look how divided it is, war sometimes is helpful. War sometimes is good. You know, in a situation where we even have our allies supporting this because, you know, the European Union needs the Strait of Hormuz even more than us. We're energy independent. You know, even our allies, they need it more than us. And we're going to do everything we can to protect our interests for Israel, for Saudi Arabia, and also for Europe. Guys, we're getting so close. And Donald Trump already stated that if you would touch a U.S. asset, talking to Iran, if you touch a U.S. asset, obliteration. I mean, this is what he already said, but it doesn't matter about the words. Again, look at the actions. I don't care what people say. It's all about actions. Look what your enemies are doing. China, buying up gold. Russia, buying up gold. Iran, setting and positioning itself. They know what's coming, and they are preparing. And they have, again, their economy is crashing from within. If they don't do something to rally the people, and for Iran, it might be a good thing to go to war. Let's rally the people against the West. Death to America. This is all good for them politically. And again, it would even be good for us politically. And you know how the mainstream media is in this country. They love war. They love when Donald Trump goes along with this kind of process. So look, there's a lot of reason to be concerned. A military conflict has not also just been imminent. It's been undergoing for a long time, guys. Okay, is this new? That we've been in the Middle East and all these conflicts for a long time. Okay, I know they didn't talk even about it with Obama, but Obama, what happened? Libya was taken out. How about Somalia?
All right, shalom. This is Knocks on YAHAWAH from the Lions Den of YAHAWAH camp. First and foremost, I'd like to say Kal Halayim, La YAHAWAH, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Harakakadash, my month. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutation to the Akim that are pushing the truth and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. All right, so a bunch of points I want to talk about on this video, and I want to actually go into an article too. Man, it's happening fast, man. The Lord is speeding up the times, man. Speeding up the time for the elect, man, because you got the economic collapse. And look at the hashtags in this video. Economic collapse, Donald Trump, end times. You know, it says military alert. American warships launches in Strait of Hormuz. U.S. troops prepare. And they shot down a drone, an Iranian drone, over there in the Strait of Hormuz. And like the guy said, America's been strategically setting up troops and missile defense systems over there in Saudi Arabia and in the Strait of Hormuz, protecting their allies and gearing themselves for an all-out war with Iran. All right? So there's a lot of things happening going on, man. We're almost to the end of this thing, man. All right? Let me get a scripture real quick before I go to the article. Get Matthews. Matthew's chapter 24, verse 21. It says, "For then shall be great tribulations, and such as was not since the beginning of the world to this time, nor no, nor ever shall be, except those days should be shortened. There should not be flesh. There should be no flesh be saved. But for the elect's sake, those days shall be shortened." All right, and that's the point, man. All right, those days are going to be shortened. You're seeing the time speed up. The economic collapse is right around the corner. You know, you're going to see some major things happen in 2020, which is going to implement the mandatory RFID chip. Then you're seeing the war already being set up, so it could come like quick, fast, and hurry, one right after the other. Like, you know how when a baby's about to be born, those contractions start coming short. First they be like maybe 20 minutes apart. Then they go from 20 minutes apart to 10 minutes apart. Then from 10 minutes apart to 5 minutes apart. Then from 5 minutes apart to a minute apart. Then 30 seconds. Every 30 seconds you're having a contraction, and boom, the baby is being born. And that's how this thing is going to be set up, man. All right, that's how the Most High is strategically setting it up to deliver His elect. This is Joel chapter 3, verse 2. It says, "I will also gather all nations and bring them down into the valley of YAHAWAH." That's right over there in the Middle East, by the valley of Kidron, by Saudi Arabia, right where all this turmoil is going on right now. It says, "And will plead with them for my people and for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land." See, they're fighting over that land and fighting over the oil, and that's the Most High's land that He gave to the children of Israel, man, over there in that area. All right, and then He also talked about how the political division in America. Okay, and the scriptures say, if a kingdom be divided against itself, it can't stand. You know. All right, this is Matthew chapter 12, verse 25. It says, "And YAHAWAH knew their thoughts, and said unto them, Every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand. And if Satan cast out Satan, he is divided against himself. How shall then the kingdom stand?" All right, so basically, in this video, the dude talked about the political division in the United States. And it's so true. It's been like that from the beginning. It's been like that with Rome. You have your Republicans and Democrats. I forgot what it was called in Rome during the Roman times, but you're seeing the same spirit lingering around right now. And the Most High is going to judge those things, man. All right, let me go ahead and grab this article real quick. All right. And there's another article I wanted to get into, man, but I got to find it. It was about Russia testing a new, I think, missile defense system. But I didn't get a chance to get into it, and I lost the article on my feed. But I'll try to find it and do a lesson on it later on. But it says, it says, U.S. Navy shoots down Iranian drone in the Strait of Hormuz. All right, it says, shortly after entering the Persian Gulf, a U.S. warship shot down an Iranian drone that had approached to within less than a kilometer. U.S. President Donald Trump said at the White House press event, amphibious assault ship USS Boxer took defense action against an Iranian drone that approached to within 1,000 yards, 900 meters, and ignored multiple calls to stand down. All right. And Trump gave an interview discussing that, and then he was asking for all the allies to gear up. That's basically what he was subliminally saying. He said that he looks for all the allies to aid and protect themselves and arm themselves. So basically telling them subliminally to gear for war, man. All right, it says the drone was threatening the safety of the ship and the ship's crew, the president said, adding that the U.S. reserves the right to defend our personnel, facilities, and interests. Iranian Foreign Minister Mohammad Javad Zarif told reporters at a UN headquarters in New York he had no information about losing a drone today and was waiting to hear from military authorities. Boxer sailed into the Persian Gulf earlier in the day, following the reports that the Iranian Revolutionary Guard Corps had seized a Panamanian flagged oil tanker. All right, so Iran has seized the oil tanker, saying that it was some smuggling drugs, and basically, United States shot down a drone right over there in the Strait of Hormuz. Okay, all right. Here's another article saying sailor missing from U.S. aircraft carrier rehearsing strike on Iran's doorstep. So they're preparing for war, and that's all that's gonna happen, man. All right, it's gonna be all-out war right here. It's like it's gonna be World War III. What does the scripture say? The first war is past, the second war cometh quickly. All right, this is Revelations 9 and 11, 9 and 12. It says, one woe is past, and behold, there come two woes more hereafter. All right, so one woe is past, all right, and two more woes. It's just talking about World War I is past, and you're gonna have World War II, and ultimately World War III when YAHAWAH shows up. All right. So basically, we're in those times of the third woe. It said, we shall be saved in sixth trouble. The seventh, that's when we get salvation, and we won't be touched by the seventh. All right, seventh trump. This is Revelations 11 and 14. It says, the second woe is past, and behold, the third woe cometh quickly. And the Most High is shortening those days so it can quickly come. So if he doesn't, there would be no one to be left to be saved. Everything will be over. It'll be end of humanity whatsoever. All right. So the Most High is strategically setting it up for the elect's sake, for our salvation. So hold tight, Akim. Keep pushing. We're almost out of here, man. We're almost reaching the destination, man, which is the kingdom. With that being said, like say, Kal Halayim, La Yahawah, by Hashem Yahawashi, by Hashem Harakakodash Ma'amav. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone, and salutations to the Akim that are pushing this truth and sincerity and truth, and peace and blessings to the men, women, and children that believe in the name of Yahweh by Hashem Yahawashi. Just hold on, be strong. We almost out of here. Shalom.